Hey, welcome to Cheap Seats, the show that takes a new look at the old games. I'm Randy, he's Jason, and today we'll be watching a true ice skating spectacle.
And no, we are not referring to the Jeffersons on ice.
No, we're of course referring to the 1979 battle between the Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings, a.k.a. Wayne Gretzky's second NHL game ever and the first NHL game ever to be played in Edmonton.
Although, when you think about it, it's not that different from the Jeffersons on ice.
True, true. The Edmonton Oilers, with Wayne Gretzky, were clearly moving on up through the professional ranks.
And future Edmonton goalie Grant Fuhrer would one day break racial stereotypes, not unlike the Willises.
And everyone who had to defend against Gretzky wound up being wheezy.
That's terrible.
And with that, let's finally get a piece of the pie. Da-da-da-da. Hockey pie.
Edmonton style.
Is Gretzky going to fight Apollo Creed?
No, but I think Don Cherry slated to go 7 with Ivan Drago.
Tonight, hockey history is made in Canada.
Hey, careful with that. That's Messier's good china.
Tomorrow to Winnipeg, as it did on Wednesday to Quebec City.
Yep, you definitely got squirrels in the engine.
City's number 6.
Smile, you're on obvious camera.
And Hockey Night in Canada follows this progress.
Woo! Loverboy is awful.
Spread our network.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. If you look off to your left, you'll see a spinning hockey logo, and to the right, Banff.
Time coming and a landmark in the NHL presidency of John Ziegler.
Is it me, or do all those microphones look like those special massagers you get at the drugstore, the ones behind the counter?
It's you.
That title, but happily joins the NHL under the banner of the Hartford Whalers, the 4th new team.
Yo, Adrian, we did it! We got the conference room!
This is Wayne Gretzky in Edmonton when the excitement...
Look at Gretzky. He's so young, he still believes in Santa Claus.
Yeah, and he's got no idea that in a few years he'll be scoring with Janet Jones.
in International Hockey League. I'm Morris Lukowicz of the Winnipeg Jets. The story here in Winnipeg...
What up, cold sore?
And we now have a new improved stadium. The toughest thing in this city is getting tickets for...
This guy makes Gretzky's read look natural.
A great season. By the way, anybody out there got a pair of good red seats?
Well, we're going to try and make it very interesting.
Canadian Tom Landry.
Is he giving that interview from inside a Monet?
The Detroit Red Wings provide the Edmonton Oilers
Gee, do you think there's enough parking?
the NHL. It's difficult to know what to expect from the Oilers this season.
Wait a minute.
They have an extremely
He's talking in the sign language bubble.
Deaf people have never been more confused. I want a sign language bubble. How come we don't have one?
Well, you know, we've never really asked for one.
Can we get one?
Of course we can.
Sweet, dude. That's awesome.
I know.
All right, here's my question about the sign language bubble. How big do you legally have to make it? Because that looks kind of small to me.
I think it can only be an inch. Maybe an inch and a half.
Okay, but what if you have really bad eyesight and you think she's signing like, we got a real barn burner, and you think she's saying there's a movie marathon with Kathleen Turner coming up?
Well, then you'd be screwed.
Let's get back to the action. Use the force layer to stay in tune. Opera night in Canada.
Wait, are they burning the American flag?
And why would you hang a flag vertically in an indoor arena?
Is she getting an honorary degree from Syracuse? Freeze it.
Dude, what are you drawing?
Cap. Gown. What are you drawing?
Chewbacca.
That's a nice Chewbacca, dude.
Thanks, man.
I didn't know you spoke Wookiee.
Picked up a little bit of Wookiee in college. Did you really?
Thompson, the former Toronto Maple Leaf.
Jason Voorhees in goal. Oh, so this is what he does in the winter months.
Well, you wonder, Jim, looking at
There's
the
Gretzky.
opening lineups, whether they want Mahovlich against Gretzky. Edmonton gets the last official change here, so we'll just have to see how that goes.
Gretzky wins the first draw of the
Yep,
first NHL
that's all he'll ever do in his career. He really peaked early.
for the young defenseman. And the rival number 4, Tommy Bergman, has the puck for Detroit. Off the boards to beat.
Whoa, slow down, guys.
Wow, the pace is blinding.
Junior last year in Sudbury, where he had 150 points in the OHA.
Guys, skate around's over, so, you know, this is a real game. You can really let it go.
Brett Callaghan, a good, hard-working left winger, number 18 for the Oilers, is out there with Gretzky and Blair McDonald, and this is a set established...
Gordie Howe would be skating circles around these guys today.
Well, it's very cautious here in the first 35 seconds of the game. The kid with the puck, number 7 for Detroit, is Willie Huber, a giant young defenseman.
Did you just say Huber? I love that square hopping monster.
That's great, but he's not a monster.
He's not? What is he?
He's like a creature that turns squares different colors when he jumps on them. He doesn't have to be a monster.
Could he be a Merlin?
I don't know. Does he practice magic?
Probably in his free time.
Well, if it's his free time, then no, he can't be a Merlin because, you know, if it's not his profession, then no. But why would he even want to be a Merlin? That's a totally different tax bracket.
True. All right, I didn't even think of that.
When we come back, we'll have a real treat.
What is that, your Merlin wand?
It is my Merlin wand. You'll witness firsthand one of the, I'm going to go clockwise now, one of the most historic moments in Edmonton history. Stay with us.
Get that thing off. Get it off.
Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats. We're watching the 1979 game between the Detroit Red Wings and the Edmonton Oilers featuring a barely legal Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, Gretzky was only 18 years, 8 months, and 15 days old when he played his first NHL game.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have impressed Jermaine O'Neal, the youngest person ever to play in an NBA game at age 18 years, 1 month, and 23 days.
But that's nothing compared to Joe Nuxhall, who was 15 years old when he pitched for the Cincinnati Reds in 1944. He gave up 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning and then was promptly grounded by his parents for 2 weeks. No phonograph.
All right, let's take it back to Edmonton.
Period. No score in the game. The Oilers with the man advantage. Gretzky feeding it off to the side. A shot from the point by Siltanen is turned aside. From behind the net in front.
He shoots, he scores!
Blair McDonald, the first goal in
And the corporate brass at UPS are ecstatic.
Watch the play Wayne Gretzky makes here. It's an unbelievable play from behind the net.
Hey, it's Judge Reinhold.
Wait, is it Judge Reinhold or is it Fred Savage in Judge Reinhold's body?
He doesn't take any time to get his shot away here.
Hockey hair.
Callaghan and Gretzky get the assist. 12:06 was the time, and it's a historic time for Edmonton in the NHL.
A historic time for Edmonton?
That's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah, the Berlin Wall coming down, that's historic.
This is more like when the Scorpions played on top of the Berlin Wall.
In the first period. The shots are taken.
That guy looks like Roger Daltrey.
With a bad case of quadrophenia.
Callaghan getting back to the puck. Took a check from Netterman.
Meanwhile, I can't believe we haven't even seen a fight yet.
And Fogelin sort of wraps his glove.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
yeah.
Take that, you little...
Fight, 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 fight.
Right now.
Two pretty big boys going at it, and it didn't take Pete.
That ref looks like a tall Ron Say.
Yeah, Penguins do like ice.
Both teams have been waiting for this to happen in the first period, but really...
Oh, man. Why do the refs always have to come in and break stuff up?
I know, there wasn't that much going on in the game.
And he puts a stop to the only interesting thing that's happened all
They
night.
have that spark in their legs. You saw the game last night in Vancouver. I think it's taken its toll on them.
Too bad it's over. It's all wrapped up.
You see Mahovlich. It's Callaghan.
Oh, wait a minute! Yes! Yes! This is what we're talking about. Goons never say die.
Actually, I think it's Goonies never say die.
Same thing.
It's actually a smart play by Colin Campbell, because if they call this play correctly, it'll be...
Okay, this looks less like a fight and more like a scene from Strictly Ballroom.
A heck of a lot more than the...
All right, fast forward.
Okay, all right.
Edmonton at 19.
Yep, he kicked my ass.
First period. There's those unclaimed gloves.
It's always sad to see a pair of gloves like that dead on the ice, cut down in their prime.
6:53.
Whoa, hey, come on! How about a little respect for the dead, buddy?
There's a look at the beautiful time clock over center ice at the Northlands Coliseum.
Now that's a good mascot. Man with a horn. Comes out, he's loud, he's annoying, he's visible, he's perfect.
Still have a little over a minute to go on this power play.
Mascot fight! He's choking him! Hey, don't let him choke you. You choked the chicken. And now he's making him look like Waylon Jennings.
We recently caught up with the man with horn, and we got a chance to see what a day in his life might be like. And you might be shocked to find out that he's a little bit like you and me, if we had a horn, and if we were trying to become a team's official mascot by drumming up public support. You know what? Just take a look.
And there's a man with a horn.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I love what I do. That's why I do it, even though I don't get paid, even though technically people don't consider it work. But, I mean, you have to understand that from my perspective... What? Go! What do you want me to do? You! I'm Donnie Millsap, a.k.a. Man with Horn. Oh, that's how the fans know me. In fact, if you ask anyone in Section 127 they'll say that I'm man with horn, except for the Italian guy in row 12 who calls me Ed because he thinks I look like Ed Begley Jr., which I don't. I mean,